Hello everybody, John here with Shooting Tips and Tricks, and today I'm going to be doing a not so pleasant review of Juggernaut Tactical. Now this is going to be more of a review on the company themselves rather than the products, because in general I never really had a problem with the products. They're really nice ones. And it was the whole appeal that got me turned on to Juggernaut to begin with, is what they offered. Mostly in the 80%ers, which all of these guys are 80% frames. And they're the only ones that offered as many features in an 80%er. And as you can see, you have a whole array of colors, and you have a lot of features that you didn't get with others, like the Ambidextrous bolt release. You have the screw in the bottom for tensioning the upper, and they even have a little set pin in the back for the detent and spring for the takedown pin. And they've also got that same screw style for holding the bolt release in place, rather than the hammer and pins like you get with the forge lowers. Now, and the whole thing that spurred all of this is recent events that have led me to no longer want to carry their products at all. And it's several factors, and this was just like the straw that broke the camel's back. So to keep things as short as possible, I'll start with just saying the first issue I ran into was back in 2016 during the election. Everyone was scared that Hillary was going to get elected and they were going to take away all our guns, so everyone was buying up everything AR, and Juggernaut got backlogged on everything, and orders were taking 4 to 6 months to get sent out. And it wasn't a big deal that they took a long time to get their products out. I mean, you can understand getting backlogged, you can only do so much, but they wouldn't notify you, and they didn't even put anything on their website or nothing. I mean, you can put in an order, they take your money, send the order through, and you got the products whenever. And they didn't offer much at all, rather than resolution on when you might be getting them or anything. So that was the first issue I ran into, and I always got them through a distributor. It was Bear Arms. I always see them at the gun shows, and always a pleasure to talk with them. And they'd express the same issues to me, and they would tell me right off the bat. They're just like, we have no idea when you'll get them. Like, they don't tell us anything as well. So it was all on Juggernaut with that one. And then the next one that bugged me was when they changed up a lot of the finishing process on their stuff. They used to offer most of them in anodized, and only a couple were Cerakoted. The pink and the burnt bronze are still in Cerakoted, or I believe the bronze is, but they switched over the green, the brown, and I think the gray is Cerakoted now. And for a short time they even Cerakoted the pink one, and I actually got one of those, and it was absolutely horrendous. I don't know what outfit they had doing their coating, but it looked atrocious. And the finish wasn't even on there properly. It was like a sandpaper surface, and you could take a screwdriver and scratch the finish off, and it wouldn't even flake. It would just like crumble like dust. You know, and it wasn't even difficult to do that. And Cerakote is hard stuff. It's baked on ceramic paint. You know, so anyways, and that was the other one, and after a while they fixed that one, but they're still having little issues with that. And I'm not sure if it's a separate branch of their company that does it, or if it's outsourced, but either way they need to work on it, because even now, down in like the little pockets, like in there, and you can see down where the charging handle goes, there's like almost no finish. Yet they're still not doing very good with their coating. You can see it down in there, and down Where's the lighting? You can barely see it down there. And then a lot of them, you feel the inside of the magwell is rough like sandpaper. So they're still having some issues with them, and I don't know why they can't straighten this stuff out. It's not a real difficult thing to deal with. Well, anyways, and then the final one that basically did it in for me was when I got this tan one. And that one I had ordered back in late October, I believe, or early November. And it just showed up like the middle of January. And the problem with this guy is, well, the more minor problem is the upper and lower stick together really tightly. And I'm guessing they didn't account for the finish. But the big problem is when you flip it over, see, you got some nice stylish gouges right there. Yeah. And then on the lower, you can see you got some on there too. Now, this, it didn't bug me a lot at first. I figured it was just shipping damage or something like that. But the thing that bugged me was when you stick the two together. You can see those gouge marks just about match right up. Which that tells me that at some point someone stuck something in there to pry these two apart, which I'm guessing it has something to do with this tight fit. Which I can't think of any other reason that you'd have gouge marks matching up like that. So anyways, and when I had the problem with the pink one, I basically sent them an email. They asked for a picture, sent them a picture. They're like, alright, great, sent me a label, or return label, and I sent it back, and they sent me a new one, and that's the one that you've seen in some of my older videos. It was the hot pink AR. Yep. And there was no problems with that. This guy, on the other hand, I sent him an email, and they asked for pictures. I sent them pictures, usual routine. And then they asked for a order number. Now, since I ordered it through Bear Arms, the only order number I have was from them. So I sent them an email. I told them, I was like, well, I ordered it through Bear Arms. The only order number I have is the one I got from them. So I included that one. And then I told them that if they need any more information, I can pull like the tracking and all that information from the shipping label. I mean, it's pretty plain and clean that it came from them, so there's no other hands on it other than them and me, or Juggernaut rather. And and then they sent me a message. They said that that order number doesn't show up in any of our records. You'll have to contact Bear Arms. So apparently he didn't even read all my message. So that left me with, and I told them, I was just like, the shipping label clearly shows that it came from you guys. So I figured I'd call you rather than bothering Bear Arms. So then I sent a message to Bear Arms, and Angela over there, who's always a pleasure to talk with, got back to me right away, and she said she sent them a message to stir them up a little, and then she even bugged them at SHOT Show to ruffle their feathers a little more, and finally after 4 or 5 days they sent me a message saying to send me your information and we'll get you a return label. So I did that, and they sent me a return label, so this guy's going to be going back. So after that hassle, I'm pretty much done dealing with Juggernaut Tactical, which is a shame because they have an excellent product here. I mean, it's nicely machined, good looking, all of that. This is the only pink stuff I ever seen that I've actually liked. And so yeah, if you guys ever consider getting stuff from Juggernaut, just keep in mind these issues that you might run into. I mean, you might have some little finish issues on the Cerakoted ones. You might get something like this that's actually a little damaged. But if you order right from them, it'll probably be a little easier returning it. So yeah, I think that's about it for my rambling now. as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.